All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Laura Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series, Spring and Summer 2002 series. Thank you so much for being here. And today we are going to be talking with Laura Hosford, and she's going to be talking about birthing your goddess, wonderful life and radiant creative glow. So Laura is back with us. Laura Hosford, and some of what we're going to talk about today is we're going to learn about the keys to master the 0-point field of creation to birth your heart dreams and wonderful goddess life. We're going to activate your most powerful creation portal through healing of your womb center as a true source of your feminine flow of divine love. We're going to understand how your heart womb coherence field of hidden power expands your consciousness field of love light. We're going to talk about building alignment with your soul Trinity power of balance and how it is key to birthing your new earth dream of creation. We're going to talk about gratitude and how it is a secret ingredient to help you master your ability to transmute your shadow and open to more love, light flow. And we're going to experience a powerful heart womb healing goddess meditation to align and expand into your sacred portal of the 0-point field of creation. And for those of you who don't know Laura, she's back with us. She joins us often, which is great, and we love having her here. But she is a sacred oracle and goddess of light emissary for the divine feminine Christ consciousness, and she uses her spiritual gifts of channeling celestial beings of light, ascended masters, including Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary. She is a womb priestess and ceremonial frequency rebirther, a shamanic ordained minister, a master Akashic Records teacher, a light language channel, intuitive energy healer and retreat leader, and so much more. So I'm so glad that you're back with us, Laura. I'm just 1 second, find my thing here. So I'm so glad you're back with us in this summer of transformation and change. Like you said, we are still in the Lionsgate portal energies, so there's a lot that's happening right now, and so maybe we can talk a little bit about that as well if that is something that you would like to share. But thank you so much for being back on the show.
Thank you for having me. Grateful to be here today with you and your beautiful community and audience. I just feel very blessed and very grateful, and to be here, to be alive, even at this very special time on the planet. As you were just saying, the peak of the Lionsgate, happening yesterday on 8/8, and I think we've all probably been feeling this to some degree in our own lives, our own bodies, and just setting up this wave of co-creation that is about to come through us very powerfully. I think that we're, in a place of not knowing is a gift, Laura, because I think sometimes it can be a blessing to be in the not knowing and just to be in the allowing and just to be here and to be in a state of gratitude. I find that is, more and more becoming my sort of intention, is to stay in a place of gratitude as much as I can, even with all the challenges, even with all the chaos, and, the birthing of the new earth is real. And one thing that brings me comfort that I sort of take myself back into is from time to time when I need it, if I find myself going into, some fear, because we're all still human, and going to any sort of dip, if you would, or trying to go down into the rabbit hole, I call it, is to just find the, gratitude in my life for what all the joy and all the opportunities, and kind of looking back at the journey, if you will, and really just sort of cheering myself on in a way. I think we don't do that enough sometimes as light workers and healers. I think we tend to be too hard on ourselves and even critical or even judgmental at times, instead of like lightening up. And they'll say, lighten up and play and create and have some fun. And if you really look back at our journeys and how far we've come, it's truly phenomenal. To me, it's truly a miracle of miracles, and that we're here, and that Mother Divine really has our back, even though we can't really always see it. But in 2017, in January of that year, I received, this beautiful message from Mother Divine, from Universal Mother, when I began to really awaken to more of who I am and understanding who I am. And it just brings me such comfort to know that despite all the chaos and the rebirthing of, what we're in right now, that she truly has our backs. She truly has us and is holding us in this space of unconditional love. And she's the safety net. And that brings me so much comfort knowing that we're receiving so much help, from other, galactic councils and other star systems. And, because this is truly beyond the earth, the way that it's been brought to me. It's not like anybody on this planet has control of the outcome. You know what I mean? Like, not one side or the other, that the outcome is really already predetermined, that the light has won in heaven, and it's now time to bring heaven to earth. And truly, we get to be here. We get to be the forerunners of that, and we get to be the ones who get to anchor, and we get to birth the first of the new heaven on earth creations. And to me, that is just so powerful and so exciting, and just such a blessing to be here, even though it's messy. It's messy. And that's the journey, right? It's not a perfect journey. It's not a perfect linear line. It's not something that we, can always see every nook and cranny of what's coming. And we do have to trust, we have to trust the flow. But I'm finding that more and more, particularly since 2022, and I don't know what your experience has been, but this year has been such a powerful year for the divine feminine. And when that 222 portal opened in February, oh my gosh, it was just such a place of the trumpets. The trumpets were sounding, the trumpet of Gabriel, and singing the praises in heaven that, it's now time for all of us as the Magdalens, to rise and to really be those frequency holders of the Magdalene again, to be her tower of strength. And she was actually talking to me about that yesterday, about that it's time for us to really believe again, and to actually allow this sort of next phase of even moving beyond where she was 2,000 years ago. So she was kind of like discussing with me what I mean by that. And what she means by that is that it's now time for us to step into our queendom. We now get to step into our sacred queendom as queens, as embodiments of the queen energy. The queen energy is the energy of Divine Mother. It is the energy of Mother Earth. It is the energy of the Christed divine feminine frequency. And we get to become, the channelers of that energy. We get to become the embodiment of that energy, because for the next 2,000 years, it is the Christ, the feminine Christ, that is leading the way of this new age of Aquarius. So, she was telling me to begin to let go of any of the sort of previous sort of conditionings or beliefs, or, especially like the sacred prostitute, that, the feminine it's been cast on the feminine for thousands of years, and that, no, we're not the sacred prostitute. We are the sacred queens, and it's time to own our queendom, to walk our queendom, to be our queendom, and to become this tower, this Magdalene tower of strength, which is interesting because it ties into what we're going to talk about today in reclaiming our womb chakra. And this seems to be the topic of expertise that I keep getting, channeled through me from the Marys, and, that they want me to continue to encourage other women, especially, to begin to open into this idea that, it is your womb portal. That is the portal of where we create, meaning that the exchange of energy between the formless and it's manifested into form into the physical earth. And so it does start with an idea. It does start with a, inspired idea that we get, in the mind. Or we could get through our pineal chakra, from our higher self or our higher teams of light. And we do get that seed thought. And then that seed thought travels down into our heart. And if our heart is open, then we get to blend it, and we get to immerse it, right, with that field of love that we're all connected to Mother Divine and to her heart, the cosmic heart. And then that seed, well, what happens to that seed after that? Well, it actually drops down into our womb chakra. And this has been a natural process. It's been going on for eons of time, but it was a rather unconscious process. And, a lot of us, we've talked about a lot about, the creation process from the thoughts, from the throat chakra. And of course, that does pass down through our throat chakra. And, words are very powerful also in creating as well, through sound and vibration. But yet where it ends up, or where it actually manifests into physical form, coming as a thought, coming as a vibration, a sound, coming through the heart portal, is it actually drops into the womb chakra, that holy womb space. And it kind of goes through an elixir process, if you will, to be divinely birthed into the earth plane, because everything is birthed in the earth through a womb.
Mhm.
So that would include, animals, because we're mammals, and, mammals as well. And that's just the way that this particular earth works. That's just the way the structure works. And so really the journey of the womb that we're being inspired, we're being asked to embody as women, and men too, men as well, is to begin to really look at this journey of repartnering with our wombs again, to partnering with our womb chakra, and begin to really open up to the wisdom, open up to, that portal of life itself, where we can birth miracles, because that is where all miracles are birthed, just like life itself, right? When we birth babies. And as we began to align with our wombs, we began to partner with her again in a very conscious way instead of unconscious way. So it's all about becoming aware of her, becoming conscious of her, and taking that journey to repartner with her, and to really bring up what I call the inner wise woman within us. So our womb chakra is the portal of where you create. I am creator. Is also where we hold, as a woman, our deepest intuition. So we actually do hold intuition in our heart. We hold intuition in our pineal, but we also hold intuition in our womb chakra. And that was so interesting to me, that even on my own journey of, I guess since around 2016, 2017, when I began to begin my own sort of deeper journey into the womb, as encouraged by the Marys, I really thought, Alara, that, my intuition was outside of me. I mean, it felt like, I was very clairaudient. And so it felt like, okay, it's Archangel Michael or whoever was talking to me. I thought it was like out here, right? Really interesting. And then, and then what happened is that along my own sort of, blooming and reflowering of my womb, and still in process, of course, is that all of those voices went inside. And I was like, oh, they're really all coming from inside of me. And they're all really coming in through my womb chakra, is where they're actually coming in like that. The womb chakra is really sort of the secret. It holds a secret, a hidden secret. And that hidden secret that has been really kind of consciously removed from us for thousands of years as women, is that we, at one point in Lemuria, in Mu and Lemuria, during those times, we walked as goddesses on the earth, and we walked with the full knowledge of our womb chakra being the place of fertility, being the place of life, but even more than that, being the place where we actually connected into Mother Divine and Mother Earth directly as direct portals of those sources, of our true source of life. We knew that knowledge, and before the fall of the earth. So, you know, we're being encouraged now to take the journey of the womb again and to reactivate this beautiful place within us so we can begin to be prepared. We're actually being prepared to birth the new heaven on the new earth, right? That we talk a lot about. So, yes, you can birth, new heaven on new earth, source creations. You can birth that powerfully, but without really bringing in the womb chakra, you're not really bringing in your full potential. And that's really kind of what I want to talk about today, is that just sort of, I'm finding where, it can be really challenging for us as women to want to reconnect to our womb chakra. And I totally understand this, even for myself. When I first did my first womb journey, it was like, I don't know, what am I going to discover down here? What's in there, and, because, I was in menopause, and it was like, I don't bleed anymore. I don't have the womb, the moon cycle. And it's like, well, I haven't really thought about my womb in a long time. Right. And it was a little bit scary. It's like, what am I going to discover down there? Right. So, got past that and, began to reconnect with my womb and began to find this really beautiful, deep relationship that was a missing piece to the puzzle of my ability to manifest and my ability to create. And the Marys began to explain to me that until we can heal our wombs and we can activate the full creative potential of our womb, which really what that means is to, clear out all the garbage, clear out all the conditioning, all the trauma, all the programming, all the ancestral stuff, right? All the clearing that we have all focused on, right? A lot in our, we focused a lot of clearing on our heart, on our pineal, our body in general, right? We on our chakra system. All of this has been sort of like the clearing that needed to happen before we got to this next level of clearing. And so, it's as we connect with our wombs again, as we begin to take back the power of our womb as women. And, we could even look out today, and I'm not going to go too far off into this, but I'll just mention that there has been an attack on our wombs as women for many thousands of years. And that attack was purposeful and directed to keep our divine feminine flow repressed and suppressed. And that is the true repression of the feminine. What is that feminine flow? Well, in a nutshell, that is your abundance. That is your true abundance. And that is your true creative portal that was condemned. It was made wrong, made bad, as we, who inhabited women's bodies were, took on the projections of the world, if you will, directly into our womb chakra, directly into our body. Our sex as females was disrespected, demonized. We were made to be the evil ones and all that kind of stuff, right? So now, it's really about standing up, like Mary Magdalene was reminding me, to be the tower and the pillar of strength as the Magdalene, but to not only be the strength of the Magdalene and to include our whole body. Because where we're going in the fifth dimension, the way I understand it, or the way that it's been discussed with me, is that we will eventually bloom our womb chakra. As we purify her and clear her on the physical level and the emotional level, because that's where she holds these energetic imprints, because she's like an Akashic record in the physical, if you will. So as we clear her and we cleanse her of all the wounding, we're making space. Okay, we're making space for what? We're making space for the sacred embodiment, that divine vertical flow of our soul light, our vibration, our true essence of who we are, right? Our spirit, to begin to anchor into the womb again, because that is where our light is not meant just to come to the heart and stop. It's meant to flow not just through the chakras, not just through the energy chakras, but it's meant to flow down into the womb chakra and to anchor into the womb, which is this place of opening up this divine connection and direct connection to the galactic black light. So what is the galactic black light? The galactic black light is the cosmic cave of Mother Divine, of Universal Mother, of you organic Mother. I want to make that clear. It is organic Mother. So this goes all the way back to the 15th dimension or even beyond. I don't know that we all know, but you know, where all of life is continually being rebirthed in every now moment, right? From the portal of no thing, the void, where, you know, everything was birthed from Mother Divine. The feminine birthed the male energy. The feminine birthed sound first. And as sound waves went out into the universe, it began to create the light spectrum. So those are the light spectrums of the rainbow light, we call it. That light is the light of Shiva energy, of the male energy. But it's interesting. So the feminine can create by herself, but not so well. And there have been miscreations and there have been creations, you know, that have happened without without the right balance of the male energy, the masculine energy, and the female energy. So we need Shiva, right? We need the masculine. We need to walk in harmony with the masculine and the feminine within us first, within our own blueprint, and then, you know, we can with others as well. So this is all part of the journey that we're on now to begin to awaken our wombs and to begin to include her in the beautiful big picture, that this is the portal that we need to now liberate. This is the portal that we need to take control of again, if you will, in a very conscious way, so that we can birth, you know, these dreams that we all have, right, that we all talk about, right? And so this is starting to happen. So your ability to manifest is quickening. It is quickening. These beautiful energies like the Lion's Gate that are coming in, right? We had a powerful, you know, solstice, you know, they're all building on each other, as we know, very powerfully. And so this is a powerful month with these Lion Gate energies, to really work with these lion energies to, you know, it's about the Leo. The Leo, the lion, is a lot about rebirth. It's a lot about the roar of the lion, or the lioness, if you will, to with that powerful roar, to begin to open up sacred space, to embody in not only your womb, but your whole body, which is your sacred temple, right? Your sacred temple wants to be filled with just your energy, right? Your energy of your divine blueprint, your goddess energy. So, you know, the womb is part of that journey to, as we rediscover our wombs as a holy place of life, then what's, you know, going to happen is that we're not only going to be able to birth these new creations of these divinely inspired ideas coming down from heaven that we're all receiving. However, it's also a portal to your multidimensional self. So it's interesting because when I started my own journey, the womb, I just thought, oh, my womb, a little, you know, organ, you know, birth babies, right? Okay, you know, that's kind of what we're conditioned to believe, right? Oh, you know, you birth babies and then, you know, you're done, you know, womb doesn't do anything else, right? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Your womb is a very powerful, is the place you create from. It is the I am creator. So, you know, just beginning to open to this new way of looking at your womb will begin, or setting a powerful intention to begin to harness the energies of your womb, to create with your womb, to begin to really partner with her again, is really, really crucial to you becoming a powerful manifester in birthing, you know, the new heaven and new earth, and will also birth you into your galactic multidimensional space. Because what I found of my own discoveries is that as I opened my own direct connection to the galactic black light, is that then I started to realize, oh yes, I have this power within me that I wasn't able to see or perceive before, right? I have this power within me that, oh, I'm just this little mortal human, and I'm limited, or all the things that we tell ourselves. But when I began to really directly experience the power and the flow of from Cosmic Mother, from that black glow, which is the pure creation energy, to me, it's the most powerful energy, because it is the energy which created the universe. So, it is, as I feel people and women are awakened and drawn to this work, and when you're ready, I do feel like you will be drawn to it. You will be prepared for that, to prepare for your own journey to reawaken your womb powers, to take back and liberate your womb into the full queendom of who you are, so you can powerfully begin to source life through your womb. Your womb chalice becomes like she's meant to be a crystalline receiver for unconditional love, which is that flow I'm talking about. She's meant to be a lantern, to be turned on all the time. So as your womb fills, as she becomes that crystalline chalice of light, you begin to emit that light, not just in your womb, but it begins to emit through all the cells in your body, through your whole aura. And then it begins to expand out even into, your aura becomes even more expanded. Your body of light becomes even bigger and bigger and bigger. So, when they talked about Yeshua, Jesus, Mother Mary, and even Mary Magdalene, and about what was their hidden power of the miracles they were creating, right? Which, those miracles happened. It was because they knew the power of the womb, and it was because they anchored. Not only did they have their heart open, their pineal, not only did they have their 7 chakras balanced, but they had this ability, and they knew the hidden secret language of connecting the pineal to the womb, the throat to the womb, opening up these portals to direct that beam of light, their spirit, and anchor it into the womb. And they had Mother Mary had the purest womb on the planet. And then Yeshua and Mary Magdalene was part of that too, and others were part of that. And so this is where they were sourcing, because they were then connected into these two true sources of power through the heart and the 0 point field of the heart to the 0 point field of Mother Divine's heart, and to the heart womb core, I call it, of Mother Earth. And those are our true sources of how we source our true power. So part of this journey to the womb, and part of this to reconnect with our womb, is all about opening up these direct portals again, because humanity was, we were all but cut off from those portals, Alara, and those portals were shut down. They were suppressed, after the fall of Lemuria, when the earth was shattered. And so the, earth was shattered, our bodies were shattered, and, everything was shattered in fragments. So we had to begin to rebuild ourselves. And we've been doing that for thousands of years. So now, I guess you could say we're ready. We're ready to glow, and we're ready to be radiant, and we're ready to fully reclaim. When we talk about reclaiming our sovereignty, what I understand from the Marys is that means reclaiming our womb as a sovereign, powerful chakra of creation, reclaiming that, because we didn't even really have power over our wombs anymore. We lost that power with all of the manipulation and control of our wombs that happened, the entanglements of our wombs with other people's wombs and other people's energies and even events and things like that. It goes really deep. But the really, really good news is that with these teachings that are now coming onto the planet and being reawakened, that you can become that powerful co-creator of your destiny for real. Like, this is really happening. And I'm so, excited to, begin to see the miracles, large and small, happening.
So quick question, another Laura is asking a question about how do we recreate the space when surgical removal of the uterus has opened this, I'm sorry, I cannot read, the area for healing, but is not present as an organ. So when we're talking about the womb, we're not talking about the physical organ. You want to talk a little bit about that, Laura?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah. So we have a physical body, but we also have our etheric, double twin, right? We have a complete map of our physical body, but it's called the etheric body, which is just a map, an energetic level of this physical body, right? And so we have that as well as part of our aura. So if you've had any kind of physical surgery or any of the, your ovaries removed or your uterus removed, it's all cool, because you can still do all this healing work on the etheric level. So when we do the womb work, we're doing it not only on the physical, but we're also doing it on the etheric. We're also doing it really on every level. When I teach it, or the way that I do it, is I go every level: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual or etheric, sometimes psychological, financial. I'm covering every base, excuse me, of our energetic field.
Yeah, and as you had said before too, that this also applies to men. So men don't have a uterus or a womb, but if at the etheric level, we do have everything that we require.
Absolutely. So for men, yes, they don't have a physical womb a womb, but they do have a Dantian center, or you could call it the Hara line. And within that placement of that, near the sacral, just like our womb is near the sacral, associated to the sacral, is they actually create from the soul level. So from a soul level, which would be the etheric level. So if they were to do all these, womb clearings and healings, they would be doing it on the etheric level. But there could be physical removal as well. So when I teach the womb work, yes, the center or the focus of what we're healing and activating is the womb chakra, the ability to create. But I also cover the entire body. So again, it's like, a complete healing, and that's why I'm talking about fulfilling the wholeness, right? The wholeness of where we're going to in our fifth dimensional, when we make that fifth dimensional leap, is that our whole body will be reconnected to itself, will be rewired, into the light bodies, but the complete divine map will all be reconnected again, and we'll be flowing in the synergistic synergy flow, which means that we'll be operating from every cell in a conscious, aware way. And so it won't be like, where we were in the third dimension, where we may have been mostly operating from the left brain or a right brain or, the heart. I mean, yes, the heart is key. The heart is leading us front and center, absolutely, instead of our ego, lower self. Absolutely, all true. But it's like a whole different physical experience of embodiment that we're going to in the fifth dimension, where, we're not just perceiving life from one small narrow place. We're perceiving life with every cell in our body that is co-creating together, is in flow together. Does that make sense? In alignment?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So part of what we were talking about, you shared a lot of wisdom, but one of the questions that was coming up for me was about, okay, in this lifetime, some of us are women, some are men, but in previous lifetimes, I know I've been a man, and all that wonderful stuff that goes along with it, right? So Can you talk a little bit about that and how we do the healing back through our DNA, back through our past lives, back through the ancestral lines as well on both sides?
Yes. Yeah. Great question. Yes. So when we're doing the healing of the womb, we can do ancestral healing. I have a class that I teach on ancestral healing, where we actually literally do the healing with our ancestors. We do it with our feminine ancestors on our mother's side. Then we invite in the healing for the father, for our father's lineage, the paternal side, so that way we're sending the healing back at least 7 generations backwards. And then I also bring in our children, our grandchildren, or even future children or grandchildren that haven't even been born to come into the ancestral healing. And it's usually actually a very powerful group healing, because all of our ancestors, they all want to be healed, of course, right? And we're the ones that can, when we're in the physical, this is our most powerful opportunity to do a great deal of healing. I mean, we can still heal outside, when we're disincarnate out of a body, but when we're embodied, this is our prime, opportunity, right? So all of these ancestors can come in, so that then you've been incarnating into the same, let's say, lineage on your mother's side or your father's side, but whether you were a female or a male, you get to heal all of it. And we also do the healing at the, I do bring in the healing at the DNA level, at the epigenetic level, all the way down to the particles, the waves, the complete hologram of who we are, the blood, the bones, all of it. So that's a great question, because, as I said, this year in 2022, and the birth of the feminine coming in, what I've been experiencing in my groups, is just a new power, a new ability of us to come through, because now that we're beginning to really flow through more feminine energy than we ever have before. And all this feminine energy, we're coming together in unity, and with the power of intention, coming together with intention. And also not just that, Alara, but I think we're really beginning to awaken that we can really believe this is true and happening, and that we can believe that we are avatars, and really we are creators of our life in a much more powerful way than we ever have before. And we're actually beginning to believe it in the body. And that's one of the things that when I teach the womb classes, is that I would say it's one of my core intentions, is for every student, every beautiful woman, just to open the gates again, to believe that inside of you, you have this powerful inner wisdom. You have this inner sacred woman, I call her, or you can call her goddess, your higher self at the core of you. And she's, we're aligning with that more and more and more, with our divine flow of light is becoming, once we become 51% flow of light and love, per the law of one, the law of inertia takes over. And then it's just a downhill from there. So that's all we have to, it's not about, being perfect. It's not about, oh, I have to get to 100%. You just have to get to that 51%, which is, just 1% over the 50% mark, right? For this law of inertia to kick in, and for things to begin to just, through the law of inertia, your light will begin to grow and grow and grow and grow and expand and expand and expand. So, one of my core intentions is just to get women to begin to believe in themselves again through the power of their womb, to begin to partner with their womb in a conscious way. And that's what I teach, is these really basic, they're very basic, practices. They're not complicated at all. And to begin to really dive into, connect with your womb's intuition, as I talked about. But not only the womb's intuition, I'm beginning to teach really more of the heart womb connection, because that's beginning to come in. So the womb, I'll explain, as you anchor your light into the womb and you begin to open this galactic portal, which is your multidimensional access, right, to the cosmos, beyond even this earth. Through the portal of your womb, you have this. Then you begin to come into new powers, new awarenesses, new opportunities, and all that infinite we talk about. What happens is that your womb begins to become so purified of the past, and she's becoming an open container now for you to feel more of your sacred light, for her to hold, because she's only meant to hold your sacred, I am celestial light, right? And not any other energies. So that is our goal, is to get you as clear and as clean and as open, to remove all the garbage and all the things we talk about from your womb, so that you can, as you do that, you're increasing your light quotient. And then what happens is your womb begins to anchor into the new earth, because she's the foundation for the new earth. And this is the important part that I'm still learning and understanding myself. But your womb literally becomes the anchoring into the new earth. She becomes that direct portal. And then what happens is that your heart, your sacred heart space, becomes kind of sort of drops into the womb, and they start to act in a new coherence field. So, a lot of talk about, and it's all true, the brain heart coherence field. We talked about that. We learned about that. But now there's this new place that we're being anchored into, which is the heart womb coherence field. And the power of that is because the sacred heart is the direct connection with the heart of Mother Divine, Universal Mother, that flows through our heart, through the 0 point field of our heart. And then that flow flows down into the 0 point field of our womb. And then our wombs are connected into the womb of Mother Earth. And then we're also connected into the cosmic womb. So I call it the 3 wombs of connection, womb to womb to womb. We begin to increase and strengthen this. And then the heart womb begins to merge together as this beautiful, empowered, new, intuitive tool. Very powerful, galactic, multidimensional tool. And that's where I feel the heart just really doing this, just really beginning to expand, more and more and more, and beginning to blossom and bloom into the full petals of that rose, in that rose frequency that you hold as a woman, right? Because all women are made in the image of Mother Divine. All women carry the frequency of Mother Divine. All women are here to bloom your celestial rose frequency. I'm being reminded to share that. So, I know it seems maybe like, oh my gosh, this seems like a fairy world, or is this really true? Yes, it is true.
Is this really possible? Yes, absolutely.
Is it really possible? And it's okay to have that doubt. It's okay to have that, because you can have that human part, and you can expand beyond it. And this is really about the expansion, in alignment with the 5th dimension. All we're really doing is expanding our light, expanding that light frequency to 51% and greater, to begin to expand outward into expanding our aura into these multidimensional fields of awareness, right? It's expanded into more fields of consciousness, which is just frequency. So this is all tied together. It all works together.
And then that's the thing, is we are always unconsciously creating and manifesting all the time, but when we're working with the womb and the 3 wombs, we're more consciously creating what we desire and what we have planned for our lives, as for what we came here to do and be and embody, right?
Absolutely. And let me talk a little bit about, if I could, just timelines, because I know timelines are a big kind of thing right now. We're all discussing and talking because we're all so excited about the timelines. And I know there's, a lot of discussion in the community, which I agree with, about there being a split in the timelines, and there's 2 timelines, either those who are remaining in the 3rd dimensional experience because whatever reason, there's no judgment, just where their soul is, and those who are moving into the 5th dimensional frequency. However, as I understand it, there's like 7 levels within each dimensional field. So you have 7 levels within the 3rd dimension, 7 levels in the 4th dimension, and then the 5th dimension. Like you're kind of, that's where you can really jump and shift into different timelines, you know, kind of in these levels, right? And what I want to say is that, just using my own life, just to give you all some sort of, you know, analogy or understanding of this concepts I'm talking about, in the material plane. I was looking at my own journey when I started the womb journey in 2016, really, this work, and you know how far I've come since 2016 to 2022. Well, I have jumped 3 timelines, 3 major timelines, and I jumped those timelines really since 2020. So 2020, I took a huge timeline jump, you know, which I was, you know, took me 60 years to do, but it was the womb work that when I came into the womb work that gave me the power over my ability to consciously create and begin to wield my intention to move beyond my 3rd dimensional ancestry and DNA, which was very codependent, victim, the empath, narcissist, you know, dance going on. And my mother was the key relationship. In 2020, because of all the womb clearing, the womb work, I literally, this is no joke, disconnected from thousands of cords coming into behind my womb chakra that were being fed into entities, and entities were feeding off of my light and my resources through these thousands of cords. And this can happen to all of us. This is a very common thing, because we don't realize that our wombs have been so entwined with these experiences over these thousands of years, and entwined with these, you know, negative energies, I'll just say it that way. So when I release myself of those, you know, cords, and then it actually changed my light frequency, right, to where I was carrying my own light, you know, my own source, and I was able through those practices, through the intention and through everything I was working together, to jump that timeline and to make a choice. So what this does, it gives you the empowerment to make a clear choice, because you have the clarity, you have the intention, you have the power now, and you feel inside of you, yes, I can make a new choice and I can take this leap of faith forward. And for me, that meant physically leaving, you know, where I lived for 60 years in Atlanta, to moving to another state, to completely uprooting, and to leaving a major relationship, saying no more. Like, I choose no more to dance that empath narcissist, and to begin to really get clarity about what was my responsibility and what were other people's responsibilities. And it's not my responsibility to take on the pain and suffering of others. It's not my responsibility to do that, or to take all the energy into my womb, which really for thousands of years, most of us have not had good sacred boundaries. Most of us have not probably felt grounded enough in our body to be able to create sacred boundaries, particularly around our womb. And we've been unconsciously taking in the pain and suffering of the world. This is what happened to our womb, or, you know, not only through sexual relations, but, you know, literally our womb became like a sponge and taking in all of these other toxic energies, until we can have the awareness and we learn the skills, and having the skills and knowledge to begin to shield our womb, protect our womb, to begin to create the sacred boundaries, which is your body. Your body temple is your sacred space, and no other energies are allowed in. So, but to get to that point, you know, was huge. So making that first timeline jump in 2020, I made another one in 2021. And then in just February of this year, 2022, I made another one. And now I live in Sedona, Arizona. So, and I've been here since, arrived here on Easter, actually, the day of resurrection. And, you know, so just trying to give you all some some encouragement, some inspiration, some real, outcomes that can happen for you. These were miracles. I mean, I had no idea, believe me, Alara, I was coming to Sedona. I did not know that. I had, no idea. Of course, I'm like super grateful and blessed to be here. I mean, it seems very surreal. Like this is like, of one of the sacred sites of the world, of the feminine. So, it is all possible and powerful. It's all powerful for you. Every single one of us can reclaim the power. And this is what Mary Magdalene was talking about, being the tower of strength, is to hold that line, that vertical line, and anchor it into your womb, reawaken your womb. So she is conscious and she is healed and she's activated within her womb powers again to create these miracles, which just means that you become consciously connected to Mother Divine and Mother Earth, and those connections are restored within you. So we've had to work to restore those connections that were shut off from us. Is that making sense?
I think so. And when you have those three connections, working together in tandem, then anything is possible, and your creations become much more powerful. And they're not just going to be for you, but for all of humanity. They're going to assist and bless all of humanity with the creations that you are bringing forth.
Absolutely. I mean, again, like my move to Sedona, I didn't know, to get into Sedona, if you know anything about Sedona, it's very hard to get housing here, number one, because they don't have a lot of housing for long-term people. Okay. So first of all, my daughter and I were able to secure, a home here with a year lease at a rate we could afford. Our move was paid for. So, we got, my daughter had a new employer. She got employed very quickly, and the family, her employer gave her the money for us to move here. So all of that was part of the divine, miracles happening for us to be here. I mean, there was no mistake about it, that we were invited to be here, this is just like being in spiritual college, but I didn't come here just for me. It's not just for me. Yeah. It's for, it's for my community. It's for who I serve. It's about for me to get out here and sit on the earth, to literally sit on Mother Earth and to become her channel, her clear channel. But I couldn't have done that. Honestly, I could not have done it from just the heart directly to the root chakra. It would have been too much. And so the womb work, as I understand it, the womb work is now, that important piece of the puzzle that I had to open, that I had to clear, and still clearing, and heal to a certain extent, so that I could then come and be here to make that powerful connection all the way through the chakras, of course, from the pineal to the heart, to the womb, and then to the heart womb core of Mother Earth, so that I can then expand into, that next part of my own mission and dharma and the people I'm here to serve. So these are the miracles. This is hopefully giving you all an example of every single one of us have this beautiful gift to give the earth, right? To give, it's in our heart. We all know it's there, whatever it is, whatever song you're here to sing, I call it, whether you're an artist or a musician, or you're a mother or a grandmother with, whatever you're doing, it's all important. And we need every woman and man to begin to reclaim our individual gift, our individual expression, and to give it to the new earth, and there's so much going on right now to distract us or to keep us away from trying to do that, right? What I've found with the womb work as well is that I'm more grounded in my body than ever. And believe me, I struggled with grounding for years. I was mostly ungrounded from my body from years because I didn't feel safe to be in my body, because of all the trauma that I had to heal, because of childhood experiences, because of things that had happened. However, I'm so grateful to the Marys to lead me on this journey, because when 2020 came, I was prepared for it. I was grounded in my body. I could stay in my body. And even since that time, I've been tested and challenged, you know, in a not so fun way. But, it was able to show me that when you anchor into the womb and you begin to reclaim that womb space, that creative center, then you become much more clear about what is my energy and what is not my energy, right? And I'm not just talking about our parents here. I'm talking about, highly refined negative energy that would like to literally, continue to feed off us, to continue to intertwine with us, to continue to try to keep us off center, right? Because it's just doing it out of survival, honestly, and fear. And I'm not judging it or anything. I'm just saying that it does exist. But as everything becomes transparent, it won't survive, but it can keep you in fear. It can keep you stuck in fear. It can keep you stuck in trauma. It can keep you from being frozen. And I don't want to see anyone be frozen. I don't, many years, because of my own trauma, I was, I would go into, to being frozen, and I remember that feeling. It's a terrible feeling of feeling powerlessness, right? No one wants to go into that. So, and kind of summing all this up is, with the womb work, you are reclaiming full embodiment, because it's ascension and descension into your body, right? Becoming fully embodied with your sacred presence, with only in your beautiful body, Deva. It's about your womb becoming receptive again, becoming a clear vessel to receive the crystalline feminine energy, so you can begin to shine that energy into the world for creation. So it's about learning how to receive. It's learning how to soften into this energy. Yes, we do have to become vulnerable, but you can do that when you have sacred boundaries. When you know how to hold the sacred boundaries, then you can bring in the strength and the softness of the feminine, right? Like they talk about water. Water is a very powerful element, because you know how water in the river curves around the rocks, and that over time the rocks are reshaped because the water is more powerful than the rock, and the water is soft. Same thing with the feminine. Holding sacred boundaries, you have to have it to enter into the fifth dimensional space. You will not be able to get in without it. It's just one of the, keys that you because you become a fully spinning fractal again is the reason. And you're not like, you don't have cords and loops and entanglements and hooks with anybody else, right? They call that quantum entanglement is real. So and to enter into the fifth dimension, we have to unhook from all those things. We have to clear out all the garbage. Yeah, what else can I share?
Well,
what other questions?
We were talking also about, how it's time for us to embrace and embody our queenness or queendom, or just being a queen, right?
Yeah.
And so that energy of being a queen is not about forcing and pushing. It is about confidence, self-assuredness, but purpose, right? And and of course, everything always starts with being in the body. So for those of us who have been ungrounded in the past, we cannot create anything that we want to create if we're not in the body. We came here to be, to work with this physical body, this physical vessel. And through that is which everything is being created, right? So,
right.
We
That's
have
right.
to, we do have to start to, realize that we can't just always be up here, and expecting anything to change or happen.
Right. Yeah, because the divine feminine in your body is not just your left side of your body. It is the lower chakras. It is the first, second, and third chakras, and it is the womb chakra. as well as the heart and the pineal. But the upper half of the body is considered heaven energy or sky energy. You know, and a lot of us feel comfortable and safe to be in that, in those energies and flowing with that. And that's beautiful. We want to be there. We want to be cooked into our pineal. But I'm just sharing that what's been shared with me from the Marys, if you want to be a powerful manifester and you want to be that creator of the new earth, you will have to heal and clear the lower 3 chakras. You'll have to open your womb, and you're going to have to become fully embodied. You're going to have to bring that energy from head to toe. You're going to have to bring it into every cell, balance, bring that alignment of flow into the body. And this has really, you know, kind of been, you know, not, I mean, you know, it is not for the faint of heart. It does take courage. Absolutely takes courage. However, it is so worth it. I'm here to tell you that, oh my gosh, I would not know, I would be lost if I didn't have this work. I mean, I'm just being straight up honest that this work is so powerful, and I'm so grateful and blessed with the Marys, because I would be lost, Alara, if I hadn't started doing this work. And I'm still doing it, and I'll be doing it the rest of my life. But
the work doesn't stop.
No,
you know, we don't get to a point and it's like, okay, yeah, we're done now. That's
right. But you know, the body, you know, I hear sort of conversations about, some people say, oh, the body is just a trash can. Or then I hear, oh, the body is a sacred vessel. Well, to me, the body is a sacred vessel, a temple for our spirit, right? Why would, you know, the body be trash?
Yeah.
The body is actually never, as we know, the body never lies. The body always tells the truth. And I use that a lot, because now my oracle abilities, as I was explaining earlier, they all expanded. My whole body is an oracle, and that's what everyone's going to become in the 5th dimension. Your whole body becomes an oracle as you turn on the connection of light in the divine blueprint of your light bodies. So you actually become more sensitive, but you also become very clear, very aware, very sovereign, and very, very powerful. So the body actually is a wonderful vehicle also, because it shows us where we're still holding density, where we're still holding the blocks, right? It shows us where we're hooked in or entangled with energies we don't want to be hooked into anymore. For example, it is such a gift to have a body, and why so many people want to get into this planet. You know, I mean, there's just billions and trillions of souls who want to get here. So my sort of philosophy is, and yes, of course, you know, at times we all get tired of doing the things, right? We all, you know, have to take a break. We have to pause. We have to, that's an important part, to not over push, like you're saying. The feminine is, you know, the energy that we want. And I'll tell you another reason why too, is because the energy of the feminine is your abundance. It is your prosperity. Why do 1% of the people on this planet have most of the money? Well, here's part of the clue. Here's one of the reasons. I'm not saying it's the whole reason, but part of the reason is because they have tapped into this flow of energy of the divine, and they're tapping into that resources actually through our energy fields as well, because we've been so entangled with that. So as we disentangle and we take back our sovereignty and our power, it means taking back power and control over our body, over our sacred vessel, and also learning that we don't have to be codependent on anything outside of us, right? We hear that a lot. Well, how can we self-source? Well, we can self-source through Mother Divine and Earth Mother. And the more that you do this womb and activate your womb and activate the healing of your womb and your body, the more you're going to do that and step into that, the more sovereign, the more powerful, the more clear. You're going to be able to manifest more quickly, because you've got more of that abundant flow, which is the ability, which is what you need to create on this earth.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. And it's not about, you don't have to heal it all or clear it all to start living your life or creating your life. No, but the more that you do heal, the more that you do clear, the more that you do become aware, but the more that you are present, the more that you do embrace your sovereignty, the better and easier it becomes.
Right. And that Magdalene is showing me you know, the tower of strength is the full physical body being enlightened. The womb chakra light, the lantern of light in your womb chakra to heal the world, to hold that frequency of healing, of love, of the feminine, which is all about healing and beauty and creation, all the things you were talking about, compassion and love. That is what's missing from the world. That is what happened. It was suppressed. It was shut off. It was shut down. And we've been living in this huge imbalance of the distorted feminine and the distorted masculine energy without the energy of love, because the whole world was really inverted and turned inside out. So we weren't really connected into our true sources of power. But now that all of that is being reversed, now we have this opportunity to reclaim it. Yeah. So, you know, if anything, you will feel so much more clear, so much better, so much more empowered. And to me, when I started getting a taste of this power, and I'm talking about now, I'm not talking about corrupt power or distorted power. I'm talking about the right use of power, which includes the heart, right? The womb becomes the sacred vessel to access the 0 point field of power to the galactic black light. But she works, as I said, in alignment with the heart. They work together so that the creations that are beginning to come through you into the physical comes with, always is blended in the balance of the feminine, the masculine, with love and with power. They come through as 50-50 creations. And we, you know, with this comes more accountability and more responsibility. That is also part of this.
For sure.
But from what I've found so far is that there's sort of a safety net in there, in the sense that you're never given more power than you can handle. That's sort of a universal law.
Awesome. So if anybody has any questions, you can take them in the chat or raise your hand. But before we do that, Laura, do you want to talk about the packages that you have for everyone this time around?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the link in the chat, and I'm also going to share my screen. Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. One time it did not work, so I was like, okay, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what Zoom it wants to do. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, and I've got it here too.
Yeah, can you see it all? Can you see the page?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, so Laura has 3 packages, A, B, and C. And so Laura, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk about that. I have to go check on the boys. I don't know where they went. So if you could just talk a little bit about the packages, I'll be right back in 1 second.
Sure. Okay.
They might be right here, but
yeah. Okay. So package A is a 90-minute private session with me. I always work with opening the Akashic records, your divine I am present, your higher self, your divine team of light, as well as Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, other, you know, feminine archangels and goddesses sometimes come in, just depending on who you're connected to. And we'll go in and look at any sort of issue that you would like to look at. You know, we can do a womb healing. Sometimes I do a womb ceremony, a womb blessing. You know, we can look at any sort of like, you know, issue that's present in your life that you're challenged with. It could be a relationship issue. It could be a health issue that you've had with your womb, for example. It could be something else going on. And we'll look at that, and we'll, you know, do a divine feminine womb frequency activation transmission, and we'll begin to clear. So I'll bring a specific healing meditation, as well as channeling, you know, the messages from your higher self and guides for that. And you know, 90 minutes is usually, I find most of my sessions go 90 minutes. So we have enough time to answer your questions and do actually the womb healing.
Awesome.
All my sessions are recorded. I do them on Zoom, and then you'll get a copy of the recording. And then package B is a group womb healing empowerment retreat that I put together. It will be a 5-week retreat. We meet once a week. And in this particular one, we will be actually doing this, in addition to Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, 2 other goddesses have come in that want to work with me now with the womb work. They want to be involved with that at a more of a, physical level. So there'll be 5 classes, and the first class will be with Mary Magdalene. And this will be opening a sacred womb ceremony, how to activate your greatest source of feminine power with Mary Magdalene. We'll be talking about how to liberate your womb power, and I'll be talking about the womb as sacred space, your holy grail. She actually is the holy feminine fire grail and sacred container. And the fires of creation are held within your womb, just like in Mother Divine's womb, in the earth womb. So we'll be kind of going into all these, your womb is a container, talking about how she receives energy. She's a multidimensional portal creation. She's the 0 point field. She's the anchor point and foundation of how to birth your goddess avatar self. So we'll be talking about kind of learning all kind of about the basics and how your womb is an intuitive compass tool. And then we'll do a deep heart womb healing meditation with Mary Magdalene. And we're going to release the sexual prostitute shame wounding. Shame is the biggest, I find, repressed emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to look at healing that wound that we carry in as women and in the collective. Class number 2 will be awakening your womb powers and true trinity of feminine power. I talked about the alignment connection of your pineal, your heart, and your womb is an important connection of Trinity, power of Trinity. With Mother Mary is going to help us with this. We're going to activate your sacred heart flow with Mother Mary. And we'll do a Trinity of power, feminine portals of divine power, pineal, heart, womb, body practice with Mother Mary. And then class number 3, our beautiful Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, wanted to come in. And she wants to work with us on actually doing some clearing, on our feminine wounds that we all carry in the womb. So we'll focus on how to cultivate sacred presence and embodiment, what I've been talking about today. We're going to identify types of imprinted feminine wounding that's showing up in your wound and how they keep recreating, because until we clear these, you're going to keep recreating over and over again these patterns that you don't want to create. We'll do another sacred healing ceremony to clear the distorted feminine imprints and wounding, restoring your heart, womb, body, magical space. And we'll do a forgiveness ceremony with Kuan Yin. Because forgiveness, I find, it can be weighed pretty heavy on us as healers. And we need to clear all of that out, reclaim our full sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
Class number 4, liberate your sacred feminine creatrix powers of love and creation with Goddess Green Tara. So here I'm going to teach you how to connect with that galactic black light space in your womb. You're already connected. We're going to talk about how to really go into the cosmic cave of creation so you can begin to work with this practice. We're going to release more layers of wounding with the black light. And then how to partner with your sacred feminine creatrix, who's the holder of your wisdom and gifts. So you can partner with her. We'll go into a sacred immersion journey to the galactic black light. We'll meet with our beautiful Green Tara, who will then, you'll receive guidance, light codes, and information. And then the final class, number 5, activate your heart, womb, body powers. Your womb is a divine vessel of sacred creation for birthing new heaven and new earth. All 4 of our goddesses will be there to talk about how you are a feminine creator and you are a chalice for divine creation. We'll talk about the difference between aligned and non-aligned actions. And I'll teach you about masculine and feminine principles of creation, so you have this knowledge, and how you can learn to plant seeds of your own creative vision, and how you can use the feminine flow power of love to begin to nurture that seed and grow that seed into the new earth. And then we'll, on the last class, do an anchoring of your new earth vision map and your I am intention statement. So if you sign up for package B or C, and package C is really a private session plus the womb healing retreat, that's package C. I didn't talk about the bonuses. There's 3 bonuses for package A. A shamanic journey meditation to the galactic black light with built-in frequencies with Mary Magdalene, and then a pre-recorded live group healing call. The releasing transforming your anger, it's a very powerful call. We did on 11/11 last year, and then the 222 opening that portal, it was also a very powerful group call. And then for those who sign up for package B and C and are going to take the class, you'll get a Birthing Your Goddess Wonderful Life Dream Map kit as well, that I will be sharing with you on the first day of class. And this will be sort of like a guide, a guided journey of questions to work with your womb and to work with these practices, so we can get you really working with them on a consistent basis, and you can begin to manifest using these principles.
Awesome. Thank you. So these 3 packages, A, B, and C, are available. So again, package A is the personal session with Laura, package B is the retreat, and package C is the personal session and the retreat. And there are 2 and 3-part payment plans available for each of the packages. And you can use the 24-hour special gift code TACS10, which is a gift from me. And again, these packages are available at alara.at/show/Laura8. So please do take a look at the packages in more detail. And now I think we are going to do a something. We're going to do something. Hold on 1 second. Let me just
Yeah, we're going to do a meditation.
A womb healing goddess meditation.
Yeah.
Heart womb healing goddess meditation. Awesome.
Okay.
So the boys went and sat in my spot where I normally sit. Both of them, like, just squeezed into that one spot. It's like, okay, but one is back. So,
all righty.
very cute.
Okay. Very, very sweet. Okay. So everyone good to go for the meditation? Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead now and just invite everyone to get in a comfortable position, wherever you could be sitting up, you could be lying down. Just a place you can feel really relaxed and comfortable and safe. I am going to turn off my video for this part. That's okay. Be right here with you. Okay. So just begin by first bringing your hands down to your womb. Just placing your hands over your womb space, which is below the belly button, just right on top of your pubic bone area. And just become aware of your womb is the first thing. Just kind of physically connecting with her, feeling the warmth of your hands, kind of holding her, feeling this beautiful natural connection, opening the heart. And let's just begin by taking in a few deep breaths. So I want you to imagine breathing in beautiful liquid light into your lungs. Breathing in, opening the crown chakra, connecting to the highest plane, the Godhead of all that is, just through your intention. Feeling that energy moving all the way down from heaven through the crown. Expanding the crown, moving that energy down to the pineal, through the throat, down into the heart. Beautiful. And I want you to just begin breathing this energy in, this pure liquid love light, your beautiful soul light, breathing it in on the inhale through your nose. Nice big deep breath in, filling your lungs. And then on the exhale, exhaling this light like a cascade of light. And you can imagine or just visualize a cascade of light as you exhale this light directly into your womb. filling your womb. So another big inhale, inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs, this beautiful light, exhaling that light like a cascade of light down into your womb center, filling your womb center with your beautiful sacred light, allowing this light to begin to shine through your womb, shining out in all directions, just allowing your womb to drink in as much of this beautiful crystalline soul light she wants and she needs, just knowing this is an infinite stream and that you are connected, always connected. Let your womb drink this liquid light in, filling her fully, allowing your womb to drink it in down into the cells. Just kind of maybe noticing the frequency and color of your womb, and just keep gently softening the breath, relaxing the body. If you're noticing any tension in the body, relaxing, letting it go. Beautiful. Now I'm going to read out our group intention, and you can either repeat this after me or you can just tune into the energy. My healing intention is to enter into the black light of my womb and wash away all unnecessary layers and distorted energies, trauma energies, beliefs, conditioning, distorted imprints, ancestral energies, and all energies that do not match my authentic divine blueprint the Creator gave me in order to reconnect fully with my heart womb space, the birthright, my birthright to connect fully into my true source of connection with the energy of the 0 point field in my sacred heart, to Mother Divine, in my sacred womb portal, into the 0 point of my womb, opening that connection fully. Beautiful. And opening into the connection of my true being. So now I want you to, again, just keeping your hands on your womb center, become aware of your womb as a galaxy or star system. Just begin to move into the center of your womb, like you're entering into her as a multidimensional galactic portal of light. As you do, you may begin to see yourself moving into and out into a black space. You may begin to see you're engulfed in blackness. You begin to see stars shining in every direction that begin to expand from the center of your womb as you are gently pulled into the center of this beautiful cosmic cave of Mother Divine. You just begin to continue to journey into this galactic space, seeing the black space, or perhaps seeing even other colors, maybe an iridescent blue or purple, or even a green. Seeing stars all around you as you continue to spiral into the center. Continue to journey all the way into the center of your womb until you come to a stop. Notice you are surrounded by iridescent, velvety black light. Notice how this is feeling. You may feel like you are returning home to the home of where you were birthed. And it may feel very natural, You may even begin to feel a peace or a calmness here, or even a bliss. And now, as you arrive at this beautiful center of this galactic cosmic cave of creation, just begin to allow yourself to soften and to open and to receive, knowing you are fully held in the arms of Mother Divine. It is safe for you to open your body fields, your womb, your heart. It is safe for you here. Continuing to breathe in and out, ever so gently, ever so lovingly. And now ask for a beautiful golden fountain to appear before you. As this golden fountain appears before you, see that it is releasing infinite streams of black light. This beautiful black light is shining with diamonds and crystals and high frequencies of love, creation, joy. This beautiful infinite waves of black light contain all the frequencies of creation. And now begin to invite this black light to begin to connect in directly, flowing into your womb center. Invite this beautiful black light to begin to spiral deep inside your womb. Invite this black light now, the sparkling, crystalline energy, this diamond energy full of love, to begin to move through your womb and through the cells of your womb. Begin now to instruct this black light energy to begin to purify, to dissolve, to wash away and clear all the energies that do not belong there, all the energies that are covering up your true essence. And with gentleness and love, see this energy spiraling deep into your womb, into every cell and every space in between, down into the fluids and the waters of your womb, covering your womb, bathing your womb in these energies, asking these energies now to remove any blocks, any rigidness, any disease, removing wounding, trauma, also removing any cords or hooks or implants or boxes that may be there in your womb that shouldn't be there. And just allow this energy and direct this energy flow by your own command. Remember, you are the queen, and this is your queendom. This is your sacred space. Only you get to decide what energies remain and the energies that must leave. And now from your queendom, command all the energies that do not belong to you, that are not part of your sacred divine blueprint, and tell them they must leave. They must be dissolved and purified out of your womb, expanding this black light now into your female creative organs, your female creative system. Seeing this light now expanding into the ovaries, every part of your female system, into your pelvis, into behind the womb, around the womb, down into your hips, opening your hips, and inviting this energy now to clear and to cleanse, dissolve, and wash away all those inauthentic energies. And just see them dissolving and leaving your energy field. Just feel them going invisible. Just feel them disintegrating. And as you do, begin to feel a new flow coming in. And now begin to direct these black light now into the womb and now up into the heart, surrounding your heart. feeling your heart now filling with this black light energy. And again, asking this black light energy now to remove any old feminine wounding, heartache, perhaps some rejection or abandonment, or even grief or loss or depression you might be experiencing, or any other emotions that you've been present with. Just again, as the queen of your queendom, command this black light that is at your beck and call to begin to wash away, dissolve, and purify the petals of your heart, softening your heart so that your heart may glow and radiate with the essence of true feminine love, pure feminine love and grace. And just continue to see this black light as much as you want. There's infinite supply, there's no end, streaming into your womb. And now begin to direct this light to stream out into other parts of your body, any place that you're experiencing pain or discomfort, or any place that you feel intuitively, any place that may need refreshing. Just send this black light now all the way through the body. You can begin to even drink in this black light, taking it in, drinking it, commanding it now to flow through all the rivers and the waters of your body, cleansing and clearing your emotional body of any repressed emotions or fears, just dissolving away those emotions, those fears, anxiety or tension or stress. Sending this black light now through the blood, clearing the blood of any distortions you may be carrying, sending this black light now down into the bones, into the bone marrow, clearing and cleansing all the way down into every cell of your body and being. Asking this now to wash through the endocrine system. Just washing through the endocrine system, clearing and cleansing the endocrine system, washing away any imbalances, distorted energies, any toxins you may be carrying. Keep breathing and just sending this black light now into the vagus nerve, cleansing and clearing the vagus nerve of any toxins or stress, fight or flight. Just breathing a soothing, nourishing energy to the vagus nerve, cleansing it, rebalancing it, refreshing it, sending it all the way through all the nerves and the tendons in the body, sending it out now to the muscles in the body. And now asking this black light now to move down into every cell of your body, cleansing and clearing all the way down into the cellular structure, asking the cells to open and to receive this black light of healing, of nourishment, of refreshing, clearing and cleansing. And now asking this black light now to move into your DNA, clearing and cleansing the cellular memories from the DNA, clearing and cleansing ancestral patterns, ways of being or habits, beliefs that you've been carrying that are disempowering or limiting, that are no longer needed. So instruct this black light as the queen of your body, completely now dismantle, dissolve, purify any other parts of your body that need and that require and that are ready to be completely made free and sovereign. Clearing up more sacred space in your body fields, in your light bodies, in your cells, in your DNA, even being activated today to hold more light, more of your celestial light, your soul song frequency, your authentic, true song and nature. Beautiful. And we'll ask this black light now to move on the timeline, to move to all the timelines, past, present, future, going back at least 7 generations backwards and 7 generations forward. Now clearing out the feminine wounding from your womb, clearing out the suffering and the pain and the misery, clearing out the trauma, so that your womb can now shine as a beacon of light that she's intended to be, fully, without repression, in her fullness and her radiant glow, restoring your divine blueprint in your womb to begin to bloom and blossom as the beautiful rose of a woman that you are. Beautiful. And now we will ask for a beautiful goddess to appear in front of you out of that beautiful golden fountain. It could be your own inner sacred goddess. It could be Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary. It could be other goddess to come now to you and to make themselves known to you. And now as you look into her eyes, as you connect with her eyes, soul to soul, connect womb to womb, in heart to heart with this beautiful goddess before you. And just take a moment to receive her blessing, to receive a message, perhaps some words of encouragement for your journey, to receive maybe even a power symbol or a power object that will help you moving forward. And now take a moment to pause and receive that energy and that message. Just being in the presence of this beautiful divine goddess, feeling the energy of your true self that's being mirrored from her to you. And now ask for a gift or a symbol that's appropriate to be received at this time. And then begin to feel from her heart to your heart a beautiful spiraling gold crystalline energy of strength, empowerment. Begin to move from her heart into your heart, spiraling from her heart into your heart, spiraling from her womb into your womb. Now, strengthening you as that tower of strength, bringing you resilience and clarity and confidence and courage on your journey to reconnect with your beautiful womb, your ability to create fully as you intended to be a beautiful feminine creator that you are, and to hold your head proud, to become that feminine creator. There is no shame. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are divine, my sister soul. Claim this now. Claim it with every ounce and fiber of your body and being. Know this within you. Let yourself shine. Let yourself go out into the world. Become that queen. It is time. It is time to right the world, to bring your flow of love and harmony and creation into the world. The world awaits you. The world is waiting for you as my messenger, as my daughter. It is time. Receive my blessing. Know that I'm with you every step of the way. Receive this rose into your heart and never forget that you are the power of the rose in the highest frequency in the universe and the multiverse. And so it is, and so be it. You are blessed. and I honor you. And now taking the rose into your heart, beloved sister soul, daughter of the cosmos, allowing your heart to rise and to bloom and to shine. Nothing can prevent it. Nothing can hold it back. This is your birthright. You are the queen. It is time to rise and to be that queen, to birth the new earth. You are ready. And so it is. So breathing in and out, noticing how you feel in your body, noticing how you're connecting within yourself, taking in all of this beautiful energy of creation and love into your heart and into your womb, aligning your heart and womb together, expanding that beautiful field of love light into a beautiful new harmony, a beautiful new synergy, a beautiful new way of being in the world, fearlessly, ferociously, as you walk forward into the future, knowing all is well and you are safe and you are the light. And so it is. And begin now to make your way out of the galaxy and out of the cosmic black light, beginning now to spiral out of your womb, coming back to your breath, breathing in and breathing out, ever so gently, softening into your body fields, relaxing into that beautiful flow of divine feminine love, receiving it, embracing yourself with a new fullness, a new radiance, a new glow, a new sense of self-love. And now filling your womb with the light of your soul, filling her up with this infinite flow, the peace, of bliss, of calmness, and that you are the divine queendom and creator of your life. And so it is. And just begin to make your way back into our circle, breathing, becoming very grounded and centered. Taking a few deep breaths, coming back into our circle.
Powerful. Definitely drink some water. Take a few more deep breaths and be fully present here.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was such a, I love working with that, with the black light.
I'm glad you do. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
The very first time on my very first journey, the black dragon came to me and I was just in tears. When we wake up to these, we all have these places on our journey where we awaken to more of who we truly are and ourselves. It's just a moment of grace and love and bliss. And isn't it just like a sign of relief almost that you're expanding into knowing who you are? Isn't that just so wonderful?
Absolutely.
I just
how's
love
everybody
it.
doing?
Yeah, I would love to know. Any feedback
Just how are you all doing?
or questions?
Are you back? is one of the questions too, is are you back? What did you experience during that meditation, that guided meditation? And who visited you, or who was the goddess that spoke to you? Was it one of the goddesses that we talked about on the call, or was it someone else, or was it you, a higher aspect of you? Whew. Everybody's shy.
Maybe type in the chat box. Or they may still be deep in their own process, too. So
yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Because it was quite deep. and you might be receiving awarenesses, insights that you might want to journal as well.
Yeah. It's a good
So,
point. You need to do it in the next few minutes to retain that. So
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So take that time for yourself to stay in the energies, and at the same time to just note what you experienced, note what you received, what insights, what awarenesses, all that wonderful stuff. And just be with it, just be with it. And if you'd like to work with Laura more, of course, you can take a look at the packages, which are available at laura.at/show/Laura8. I swear my voice is fine, so I don't know where my voice is going at the moment. Suzanne says she fell asleep. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah. Hi,
A lot of
Suzanne.
people do.
Suzanne is in my class now.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and
It's okay.
I saw Maud there too. She's been a former student of mine, is still.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So thank you all for coming. Thank you everyone for coming. It's always so much fun to be here, Laura. I just love being on your show and your community.
Thank you. We love having you.
Thank you.
Great. There's always, you're the only one who talks about this stuff, so that I know of, right?
Yeah, well, it's becoming more known. It's starting to take root and become more known out there. And yeah, more people are talking about it now. So it's becoming more in our awareness and consciousness, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
it's good. Yeah. Okay.
And so yeah, I didn't know you were in Sedona, so definitely enjoy Sedona. You're in the heat of Sedona right now.
We are. In fact, we're in the monsoon weather, and I have never experienced that before. And there was some lightning, and I'm like, oh, please let the computer connection be okay. And
yeah.
But and I'm actually just like right here, like outside the city, right in the beautiful valley of the mountains are behind me, and I'm like right in the middle of the portal of divine feminine energy. And the energy is so powerful here that sometimes when I go into these meditations, I have to like get my guides to wake me up, like not wake me up, but bring me out of it, because I'm going so deep inside. It's almost like I'm going into, I don't know, whatever that deep theta state is, I guess. And I'm like, you're going to have to bring me out. So
good for you. That's being in that space is also going to help your community as well, and your clients with the amped up energies as well, right? So,
yes, it already is. Absolutely, it already is. And I hope to do a retreat, in the future. And if anyone would like to come here and visit, please do, and just reach out. You're welcome to come and stay with us, and just come here and experience these energies. So I hope to be able to do retreats in the future with taking full advantage of these energies to help us. But
for sure.
But yeah, I've already experienced that, and our groups are experiencing that with the frequency. It's like being in a college, a spiritual college.
Nice. Yeah. I can just imagine. I was only in Sedona once, but I absolutely loved it. I was there for a week or 5 days or something. I just loved it. It was beautiful, powerful.
Yeah.
So yeah, enjoy.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that. So yeah, with the classes or sessions now, all of that energy is here to support as well, and expanding. It's already expanding me, and I'm excited about that. So I can help more, and help more people and expand. And that's my goal.
What it's about, right?
That's what it's about.
Yeah, exactly. Being of service. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. So thank you. This was a great, wonderful call. So much wonderful information and wisdom. And then, of course, the meditation was so powerful. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, everybody, for being here with us, for co-creating the space. And please go back and watch or listen to the call again so that you can take advantage of the meditation, but also get more of that wisdom to go deep within, because there's so much there. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, I'm fine. I really am. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Hi. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Much love.